Hello guys, and welcome to episode, I think 6. I feel like we're at 6. Last time we did the ride against the one... okay, I'm forgetting the name. I think the Withdrawn. Yeah, I think that was their name. And then we immediately stopped the episode, so now there's still talking to do. So let's do that. Okay, the minstrel wants to talk. So let's see what he has to say. Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. The lone minstrel wishes to tell you something of the rites. Sure, why not? I mean, why would I not listen to him? You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rites I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. Okay. In any case, when you confronted the Withdrawn and Woodmilde, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name. That's right. Islach, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, right, we already knew he was a monster, slain by the 8 scribes. Islach the Astral-born. I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Woodmilde for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by the greater titans. Colossal monsters that once roamed the downside. I feel like this is kind of like the titans from Greek mythology. The one called Islach was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Islach's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. However, Islach did not truly die, for by some accounts, it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. And it's not good, I guess. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return onto whatever plane that banished it to ours. Okay. So in a way, it's in exile, just like you. Well, I don't think we're the same, but okay. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Woodmilde are more or less inconsequential, for the while. Okay. Yet, the history of Islach is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more, in time. I hope all of this is some reassurance. Not sure. And now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest for the evening, of the evening, whatever. Okay, so let's clean up as usual. If we can manage, or if I can manage. Was that all of them? Didn't like it. I don't think we have anything new, but let's interact with this. Maybe we can do this stuff again. There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service? Okay, so we can do this again. Well, I guess we can ask her what's on her mind. I'm not sure about a practice ride. I mean, it's been a while since I recorded the last episode. We'll see in the next ride how good or bad that is. Are you sloshing all the way across the Flying Hands right now? A hideous place, or so I understand, for I can neither see it nor experience its wondrous aroma, as you surely can. Although, perhaps you are accustomed to it now. The Nightwings of the past mislike the place, of that I can assure you. We share common misery. Now, please leave me to mine, unless there is a service you require me to render at this time. Okay, she does not want to talk, so let's go. Take care of yourself, Rita. Thank you. Nothing new here, or at least it doesn't say so, so let's go and continue our journey. I think we wanted to go further north. Oh yeah, and we wanted to go to this person's house or whatever. Walk Dweller Outposts. No. because we need to get across the sea, I think. I hope we get a cool looking ship. I'm up for that. This is the place. Let us go to see my client's companion as soon as you're ready. A little sip of tea. And not sure why we even stopped. I mean, there's nothing new here, so no point in making camp. Well, let's do this. Big Bertrude is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows, yet you can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. Sandalwood sandals. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. Okay, she looks weird. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She's larger than the rest, and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Thou speakest the name Sandalwood. We wouldn't know his whereabouts. You reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. Is that her real name? Like Big Bertrude? A bog dweller once feared and respected in the Commonwealth for her sorceress work. And she looks kind of like, you know, Medusa. I think that's what it's supposed to be with the snake hair and everything. Hard to miss. It's a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. No. He did he? In turn, we knew who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live? Speak plain and quickly. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Who's this guy? Like, everyone knows him. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Waking Wood, beyond the waters. A labyrinth of a forest on the western half of Black Basin. You know their way around it. Okay, there's a path to the sacred Mount Elodiel, or something like that. We wish to seek him there, though as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Bertrude? I enjoy it would be Bertrude, but maybe it's Bertrude. Sounds more fitting. The one called Bertrude frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel all the while. Blah. Like, what sign is that supposed to be? Indeed. Then leave us. Return at dawn. That is all. By your grace, Big Bertrude. I think we have to laugh if someone would call me that all the time. The lone minstrel turns away, but Hedwin stops him. Hold on, are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? What about all the imps? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. If you keep calling Sandalwood your client, he must reward you well. Aye, in a manner of speaking. He helped me find a sense of purpose I thought lost. Edwin nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. Okay. You find yourself with time for your vocations, while the bog dwellers go about their business. Very nice. I'm not quite sure what we want to do this time. I feel like foraging... Like the items are nice, I'm not sure if they're that useful. I think this time I'm gonna study in private to get some small global bonuses. Maybe we're gonna do everything at once at least, I think. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites with undivided attention. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Attribute bonuses you bestow on all of your fellow exiles who participate in the rites. Okay, which part of the Book of Rites? Okay, is this permanent? Oh, interesting. Okay, so increase the aura, make them quicker. I think I'm gonna go for hope. I'm not sure if they still have negative hope. I'm gonna go for hope though. I mean, if we go for everything anyway, then it doesn't really make a difference in which order. You concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Okay, we gain spirit, which is rank 1. Okay. Okay, you know, I really thought these were temporarily, but if they're permanent, that's pretty nice too. So, let's continue. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please, come have a look. The others are already there. The lone minstrel beckons you to come see the wagon. Is it upgraded now? Oh, that looks awesome. Ah, there's a giant bow too. Or sparkly. The black wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully seared and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. Are people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. Yeah, me too. The wagon should be fit for a sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. He sometimes sounds like some kind of, you know, very polite robot. What about Big Gertrude? She then appears as if on cue. She was like hiding, waiting for someone to speak her name. Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Gertrude, you could tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us on our voyage north. Our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. Dare thee make flirtations upon us? No, enough. But should he see their Sandalwood, tell him also to come and visit us again. Now be gone from here, and tell no one that we were paid in favors. She slithers off without another word. Soon the lone minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go, just as she said. I know the navigational controls and shall explain. This is so exciting! I don't know how to swim. A good thing you're excited if you don't know how to swim. What does he have to say? Okay, he shares Faye's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I'm beginning to feel ill already. Okay, she's not good. The Sea of Solace awaits. Set sail. Oh, kind of click on stuff though. Okay, so... Wow, which option should I take? I'm not sure. I can't decide on it. I'm the only one that's there. I mean, I think you can skip these kind of events too, or you can set it so in the options. I thought that would be kind of dull too. You're just gonna jump into it? Oh, cool. I like it. I want to have that wagon slash boat. The Worm Gulf. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We have crossed into Worm Gulf. I hope that all of you are acclimated well. The tempestuous, I hope that's correct, Sea of Solace lies beyond this death-still body of water. Exiled worms from the sea dominion naturally congregate around here. Okay. Interesting. There's no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. Okay. Known for being reckless and single-minded. I'll say that they were soldiers of some kind. As long as we follow the cold current Big Gertrude indicated, we shall be safe. If the next ride is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way as we find ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the Hull of Ors. A carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Dasraban, lost in the waters of the Downside. Okay. Big Gertrude's instructions are to navigate the maze of moors in a curving route bearing northeast. I mean, there's nowhere else to go, so let's go there. That seems like a long way. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seem to you a welcome change of pace after having come from flagging hands not very long ago. However, Jaderia seems more concerned now than before, and paces ceaselessly. When she notices Rookie, she stops him for some questioning. What? Greentail, how's he doing? Ooh, Headwind? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, retching into the waters if I had to guess. His first time out at sea? His first. She turns to you. Reader, please check on Headwind when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his swift recovery. We wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. So he's sick. Later you find Headwind looking out of sorts. Oh, hello my friend, it's just... the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny. All this trouble. Just to get back to the Commonwealth, of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? My book collection? Highly illegal. Though just the same, you miss having had access to those volumes. Okay, so this makes me a bookworm. This makes me a social person. Totally me. Your life was almost always difficult, but several of your long-time confidence did help you to get by. Or perhaps the food. My mouth waters at the thought of it, at least compared with what passes for sustenance here. Sustenance? Sustenance? Not sustenance, right? Okay, this is boring. Don't care that much about food, so it's either people or books. I kinda wanna go for books. I want to know more about what a reader is. Friend sounds boring too. I'm gonna go for books. You tell him that you miss your book collection most of all, after having taken many pains and risks to put it together. Ha! I figured as much. I bet they burned all of your books, didn't they? Those scum. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. He senses he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him now. Let's go throw up a little. Okay, so he's too ill to conduct the next ride. I'm sure we can get by. I'm sorry for my interruption, Rita. Please again confirm the next point on our voyage. Wonder what this looks like me just pointing in a random direction. The celestial landmark you seek is beyond this strait. Yeah, well, let's go there. This looks pretty nice. Wow, that ship is really wobbly. By the scribes! The sea! I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you now can see what must be the hulk of oars, far on the horizon. Okay. Not everyone has taken well to the sea voyage, however. Is he not well too? Oh no. Okay, he's wondering if Headwind is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is to wish him a swift recovery. Reader, madam? Reader, madam? From this point, our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instruction. Please, consult with your companions about which course to take. Okay, so can we choose now? Oh yeah, we can. And this is the hulk of oars. Okay, Faye believes that the 8 scribes shall bless you here. North current toward the hulk of oars runs as quick as Under King Oars himself. Don't understand that. Or the fathomless trench. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty here. I mean, I do like Tizo. But okay, so either we get a bonus or we get an item, I feel like. Wait, what did we get last time? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go to the Under King Pass. We find Faye gazing down into the depth. The water is so very beautiful, and yet it's very dangerous. Why does it always have to be a question? That makes the sentence so weird. Read up. Like, you start and then there's a question mark and you're like, well, that doesn't really fit with my intonation now. They always said it's very dangerous if you fall in or drink enough of it. But the scribes, they have protected us, and they are watching, I just know. Even out here, in the waters of Under King Ors, they urge us on. I feel it, I just know. Okay, 7th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Persevering, or the Sea Sojourner. Okay. There's no denying that the North Current sends you quickly on your way. Perhaps it is the thought of reaching land again, but you can sense a spring in everybody's step. Woohoo! Plus your quickness from next, right? Okay, so that's the picture we saw with the hand and everything. Looks cool. At last you arrive at the Hulk of Ors, after journeying across the sea. It seems the next ride is to commence here soon, though there is no sign of your next adversaries yet. I'm sure they'll come. Okay, we can go to the slug market, we can read and we can talk. Oh, hey, right, we didn't look at the new stuff yet. A keepsake from Big Birdroots. Catherine uses it to signal when food is ready. Okay. Oh, there's fish here. Hello. Okay. There's a... Okay, this you can click on. And there's also this. Silver cudgel head. A limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It is fully grown and has led a rich life. Oh, so this is a keepsake. Hello. Can't really see it because of her horns. Taking a quick nap. Napping. Looking up at the sky. What are these? Tossing and turning. Okay. Let's talk to her first, then I read the book. Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what is on her mind. Edwin. He's beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Edwin since he was a child. Even now, I hesitate to say that he's grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. I think that's how you pronounce it in English. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that it is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way, if and when I find the time requires. In any case, when times remind me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trades off a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours. Whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, Rita. She nods and brushes past you toward the door. That was a little weird. I'm not quite sure what her intention was there. Like what she suspects is gonna happen. Okay, let's do this. Down the river. In the words of Golgolathanian, the Master General. The Emperor Solymer knew not... Okay, I'm not even gonna try. Knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Scolarian... Glorian? Okay, the river Scolarian. In pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Okay. Well then. This is the page we had before. I wonder why the signal is not... Oh, the I know. Drawing is not really changing anymore. Does she have anything to say? We can ask her what's on her mind. Might as well. There's an undulation. I have sensed, reader, which means, I think, that your black wagon sails the seas. Am I not right? Of course I am. She laughs at this, or herself perhaps. I've read this before. I scarce remember the sea. It has been a little while since I bathed in it, you understand? My memories of it are wistful nonetheless. Although, if I remember correctly, the Sea of Solace is a disgusting mockery of the Emerald Seas, near to the Empire. The Empire of Saw dominated the world for millennia till the doomed reign of Solium Mur. Okay. Do be careful out there, will you? Now let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. I don't think that's gonna make a difference, but okay. We had best stick to business. Okay then. I do know where to find you. Let's go to the slug market, although I don't think we have really anything to sell. Oh hey guys, funny running into you out here. Yeah sure, you say that every time. Right in the middle of the drink. Know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. Okay. Or not. Maximum range. +8. Okay, I'm confused why this costs 3 and this costs 6. Pinches of Stardust? No, pinch of Stardust. I'm confused. Well, we already have that. I'm not gonna buy anything just now. Doesn't feel necessary. Didn't see nothing that you liked this time, huh? Okay. Well, let's start then. Hopefully we can beat whoever is here. Having landed at the hulk of Orus, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Mr. Headwind? Does he say? Tizo's worried that Headwind is still feeling unwell. Well, nothing to do about that. Wait, I think... What's that? Okay. A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. Undersea regime. Home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. What they all are doing here you see plain by their ritual raiments. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Well, that's just a big eye. A worm knight. He has a helm under his helmet. That's weird. Good sirs and good ladies. So it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor, and this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, and lest this knight forget. He is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyrehearts, until the contest. Once proud knight of the Sea Dominion, on a self-made quest to regain his honor. A triumvirate of worm knights who perceive the rites as great battles to be won. He splashes out of you just as the stars above begin to shimmer with a strange light. Okay.
Relentless, aren't we, reader? Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the hulk of Orus.
Okay, Orus.
You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyrehearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy.
Okay.
I expect your battle to be glorious.
Holes in the ground. And the pyres are, you know, positioned differently. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the hulk of Orus, as it is pronounced correctly. As your adversaries clamber into view, Rookie paws up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can you just swim back to the Commonwealth, or the Sea Dominion, or wherever it is you're from? Haha! An excellent point. It seems then that these adversaries and the Rights are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get rid of them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! What? This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. I like these guys. Doff your helm, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. I'm sure I'm gonna tremble. Sir Gilman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. Okay, here's a weird hairdo. But wait, give this knight his mask. This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage. Is it not? He's a pretty worm knight of the Sea Dominion who somehow survived countless battles. Okay, so that's pretty. Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So yes, you can swim, or no? Ha! Of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily, yeah, impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman. Nobody cares. Back to your post. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. This knight, who you are, Nightwings, knows who you are. I was confused. And he is not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. And now, on guard. The exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rights. They look cute. Reader, Hedwin's illness means he cannot help us here. Tell the counterman us. I understand, you don't need to like read it. Reiterate it 10 times. Can I get his thingy though? That's just the sword thing anyway. He's done a lot. I think I'm gonna go for these three, maybe. I go for him, at least. Maybe I'll go for him too.
Dariel.
What do I go for her? For him? Does he have? Okay. Well, let's
Tiso. It is done.
Tiso doesn't seem intimidated in the slightest by Sir Gilman and Sir Deluge. Gilman, status report. What is the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this night's army. But brave? Air-sucking monsters, one and all. Pyrehearts, be ready. They look cute too. I want to have one of those.
Begin.
That was
Your
easy.
adversary's Pyre is the first to falter.
Oh yeah, I should do more.
Engulfed within the order.
Okay, nice. Okay, let's throw it in there so we don't get banished.
Flung with considerable precision.
Very nice. Okay. Oh, I keep changing when I don't want to.
How fine.
By the way, I think it's a really... Probably just jump back into that. Okay. How does he keep jumping away from us?
Sir Deluge caught out.
Okay.
Glory to the scribes.
Glory to the scribes. I want to jump with Jordaria though. Oh shit.
A braver than
pretty
expected act
fast.
from Sir Deluge.
Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very best. His very, very best. Though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out here and vanquish them at once. Get out there. Wow, those bozos bicker even more than we do. Let's get them while they're busy fighting.
There seems to be dissension in your adversary's ranks. 'Tis little wonder these fool worm cast from afar.
I should have
into
gone
the
for Jadero,
Pyre's
I'm
flame.
stupid. I mean, he's fast and everything. Oh. Yeah, super fast. It's hard to catch. Hey, come on now, get it.
The orb, take it. No sign of the Pyrehearts for now.
And I just flung it in
How
there.
utterly brazen.
Oh, very nice. 4 HP left. Maybe Tizana
The
gets
rite
to
is
do stuff.
nearly ended.
Oh, wait.
And it is done.
That was not so bad. I mean, last time I was a little
Right wings
sleepy.
prevail.
That was kind of hard.
Their adversaries proved no match for them.
That was easy, alright. This time
The
was better though.
ceremony is complete.
Those worms were quick alright, but Rookie Green hits quicker. I expected more from those worm knights of the Sea Dominion. I want to have one of those too. Oh, but I want to have one of those. That's what I wanted to say. I was very pleased to have prevailed against the worm knights of the Pyrehearts. This knight commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought, indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. Silence, Gilman. This is all your fault, and now cavorting with our enemies. How dare you? This knight was but attempting honorary compliment, sire. It is not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversaries on a worthy outcome. Worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Get now from this knight's sight. I don't like this little one, but the others.
Stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles. 'Twould appear that rookies not
Okay.
too old
I was
to learn
kind
new
of confused why it
tricks.
was green. But now we get a new mastery. Faster, stronger, and a little better looking too. I mean, is there anything I can't handle? Ah yeah, sure, you're awesome. Okay, so this is what we went for. When sprinting, Rookie accelerates faster than usual to an even faster top speed. Or after he's vanished by an adversary, Rookie has a 50% chance to return in only 1 second. I like both of these. I mean, he's already pretty fast. I don't know if he needs to be faster. Ah, this would be pretty nice too though. Like, his glory is not a lot. He has 15 now, he would do 20 then. Oh. And this is only if he's banished by an adversary, not if he's banished from jumping into the thing. I'm not sure if it's good to go for different trees, you know? I guess I will this. Oh, he gets a level 2.
Until the next rite.
After thwarting the Pyrehearts rather decisively, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There is little discussion of the Pyrehearts, who seem to have already swam off toward wherever next the stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turns toward your companion who was absent for the ride. How was Hedwin? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden, and he simply would not listen. I'm very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a very high sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel, I should wring that neck of yours. As I was attempting to explain, Hedwin is already up and about. That was unnecessary drama, despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to the sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Edwin is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I traveled once with one, extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tarek. But I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a ride like that before. So, you're back among the living then, Hedwin. I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we all could use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern. And I'm sorry that I worried you, or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Okay, let's look at the next destination. Not just yet. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the ride back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. Let's seek our next destination. Okay, good thing. Oh, that is quite a way away. Oh, was that my mouse? I'm confused. Okay, this is where we are right now. This is where we need to go. Triesta, the Silver Star, burns bright over the fishered lands of Black Basin. Ah, yeah, that we heard already, the name. That looks cool. Still further north then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the deathless tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. A tempest raging in the Sea of Solace seemingly for all eternity. Okay. Can we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyrehearts, our chances back in Wormhead waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll be just another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. And you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. Okay, I feel like we're pretty much over time already again, as always. But I hope you had fun. I think this episode was fun. And I hope to see you again next time. Thanks for watching.